See if the cameras are working. Yeah, this one's not very centered. I don't know, we'll see. Alright everybody, so this is finally the struggle being over for old Jonesy here. I've finally entered into the melting zone, right? Because when it comes to the 5090 or many 50 series GPUs from Nvidia, something's gonna melt, right? You're either gonna melt the, you know, the 12-volt high power connector. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Let's knock on all the wood we can find here. Hopefully not. God be with us. But even if you avoid that melting, this will melt your wallet, right? It will melt your credit card. It will melt your bank account. Things will melt. There will be melting. All right, so let's see if this is Twitchified. I may have to pull it away every now and then, you know, to make sure I don't give away serial numbers or I don't know, fucking addresses or whatever the hell. I don't know what's in this. I don't know, you know, I've seen unboxings of it, right? But most of those were like YouTubers, like, you know, Jay's 2 cents, where, you know, as far as I know, you know, they're just getting them and they probably get maybe a slightly different package. I think overall it's pretty much the same, but it could be like slightly different. So I know that there's pull tabs, but I'm one of those box cutter aficionados. That is, I love using box cutters, even when it's not necessary. Okay. I think that pretty much does it, except for this part. Up close and personal here. Here goes first. Yeah, I don't know if that's working. Yeah, that doesn't appear to be working. Yeah. Sorry, dude. Yeah, just try to put it as a comment, maybe. If it doesn't work in the chat, you can try a comment, maybe. Okay, so no serial numbers. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I loved this style of boxing. It just looks fucking cool, actually. And I was worried that maybe it wasn't the 5090. Like, what if it was like a 5070? But the box at least says that it's a 5090. Oh no, my headset is down to 20%. Interesting. Okay. Let's try to keep it juiced up. Yeah, Twitch. Yeah. Now dude, I don't know what it is. Twitch has been giving me trouble too, so. It could be like one of my bots. It could be why, the Twitch chat and or YouTube chat or whatever. Okay. Feels really, really cool actually. So you see you have these wings that open up. Very nice. Like that. And that allows you to get a hold of this. Very hefty. A lot of weight to it. Very smooth cardboard. I mean, it is cardboard, you know. Let's see what kind of stuff you get in here. Check out the accessories. So you get a very nice translator. Whatever that is. Like, no, adapter. I don't know why I said translator. These are very nice. Good cables. I'm not sure if these in particular are having the melting issues as well, or if it's mainly, you know, some people are saying mainly third parties. So. Quick start guide, of course. So this is the healer. yeah. This is a, you know, every team needs a healer, right? Okay, I think that's it. Oof. All right. So then you gotta take these, what? Do they all come all the way off, or is it just like, oh yes, this comes all the way out. Very cool. And then this side, it's got arrows. Okay, let me peek at it. No numbers, no numbers. No personalized letter from Jensen. Oh, baby, that is a beautiful card, man. I have to say. That is freaking... Yeah, exactly, Natural. That is true. I can't really avoid that either. It's just how the split works for the restream stuff or the multi-stream. So that's... Yo, there you are. See you over there. Now, where's my mouse? Cool. Yeah, I'll check that out after we finish this unboxing. Thanks, man. Dude, the fins are super cool. How it has that concave kind of a... Now, let me make sure I'm not going to reveal serial numbers yet. Don't think so. Bum, bum, bum. It's amazing. Looks good, dude. That is a good looking freaking card, bro. There's the ports. What is that? 2 slot, 2.5 slot. Who the heck? Oh, what was that? Swiss. Yo, thank you. Thank you for those bits. We'll put it. We'll put it on the jar for the repayment plan, and then it has an angled 12-volt high power connector slot. So probably have to be very careful and make sure that shit gets plugged in real good. There's the fans. Big fans. Big fans. And what's crazy, this box is actually engineered probably as much as the card is, to be fair. Or, you know, the cooler, not the card. Like, you know, like, they took care, what am I trying to say? They really took their time to engineer all of this. So we can put the box back together. Alright, cool. Yeah. It's super dense and heavy. Like all the weight is just so packed on this thing. Good quality pieces. Now, one thing I'm going to do that people are going to hate me for, I am going to install it, you know, normal, right? But I am going to put some extra RAM sinks on this part, this area right here. I'm gonna do that. Maybe even on this part too. We'll see. Just gotta see if there's any airflow there or not. So I'm gonna put extra cooling on this. So people are gonna think it looks really gaudy, I'm sure. Which is like an old term that just means, you know, very, very untasteful. Not very tasteful. Bad lining. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Hey, do you use like Twitter or anything like that? You can always like post pictures on your Twitter, you know, and you can control who can see it. So that's one way to handle it. If that happens again. All right, so let's see if I can show. Man, it's not going to be easy to do this here. I can try maybe with this light here. If it will reach. I do. Oh, you do have that? My guy is Twitter. Oh, what's that mean? Do you hate Twitter? I actually kind of like Twitter. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's you know, always any social media platform is going to be like a bunch of arguing and fighting, and that's not necessarily my favorite. Okay. Alright, so that's the streaming machine, but this is the gaming rig down here, right? Trying to get the camera. Alright, there we go. Okay, so let me go ahead and take this off. So that we can have a better look. This is a monstrosity that I've done. Okay, so in here you can see the GPU in a moment is got a lot of extra fanage. Okay. Now a lot of these, like these type of GPUs, they have the exhaust, most of the exhaust will come out of these sides. And then sometimes they have like a pass-through on the top, which this one does. Kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can see. So there's some of that going on, but also they have vents on the back where the ports are, right? And that means that the airflow potentially can end up coming out of here, coming out the back, and coming out the top, right? That's where your exhaust is going to go. So a lot of times the cases are properly set up for the exhaust to go out the back and the top, right? Which is how this one is set up right now. So intake in the front, air in, air out the top and the back. But I'm going to flip these fans, and I'll show you why. So the back fans are also going to be intake fans now, because on the 5090 Founders Edition, there's no back exhaust vent. It is all up top. So I want to see if I can take advantage of bringing more air in. So front intake, back intake, and then all of it going exhaust out the top to see if, I don't know, see if it helps at all. I don't think I really need the back exhaust. That's what I'm debating on doing. So. Yeah, Swiss. It's full of Russian pots. They're not just Russian. They're every kind of bot you can imagine. Requirements post from official account, YouTube, Insta, Twitter. Yeah, every. Well, I won't want to say every country, but like, dude, probably 80 to 90% of every country has bots and or agents doing it themselves manually. Yeah, no, that's normal, dude, and that's not just Twitter. That's everywhere, bro. Dude, that's everywhere. So, You know, I use Twitter. I use it. You know, it's like if somebody says something I don't agree with, who cares? I can just argue with them. I can block them. So you got a lot of choices. You can argue, you can mute, you can block, you can friend them, you can change your mind, you can try to change their mind, you can be nice, you can be rude. I mean, to me, it's like, it's kind of like real life, so I don't really care. The only real valid arguments are people that don't like having social media in general. I'm always kind of understanding of that. But like as far as like the argument, like there might be bots or, you know, people or bots are trying to change my opinion or my mind about something. I mean, what? Are you that fragile that you can't like have your own opinion and you're so scared they'll change your mind? You know? I wouldn't worry about the bots, bro. You know? You can combat them. You have a strong mind. You'll be okay. Don't trust that. Don't trust that. Yeah, I don't know. I do want that because there's only 3 fans in the front of my case. Right? Oh, only. Excuse me. What am I saying? No, I only have 3 intake fans, right? But I have, you know, 2 on the back that are exhaust and 3 on the top. Technically, they're double fanned on the top, but it's just 3 exits, we'll call it, right? So that means that there are more exhaust fans than there are intake fans on this case, which I prefer. I'm like you, natural. I prefer positive pressure in my cases. Some people, maybe they prefer more neutral-ish, or maybe they like negative, and they might have arguments for that. I'm not an expert on those things. But just in general, I've had better luck with my cooling setups on positive pressure. So that's what I'm thinking of trying to make sure I have a positive pressure in this one, because right now this one is just negative pressure. No, I have changed fan speeds. So one way you can get around having more exhaust than intake and still have positive pressure is by adjusting fan speed so that your intake fans are pushing more air than your exhaust fans are, right? So that is a way to get around it, right? And then you can still have positive. I have done that, but it'd just be a hell of a lot easier and probably less noise if I just had the set number of fans be more for intake than there is for exhaust, and then I wouldn't have to push the fan speeds of the intake up higher, causing obviously more noise when I do that. So anyway, that's one thing that I'm going to do on this case. Okay, so again, keeping intake on the front, keeping exhaust on the top, changing the back to be an intake instead of an exhaust, so that will favor a positive pressure with lower fan speeds, I'm hoping, right? Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, for real. Simple math, pulling hot air, creating one outtake. Cannot do it plus 1 CPU fan. Right. Yeah. Yep. Totally, man. So yeah, I'm gonna flip those around. I mean, because worst case scenario, if I'm having trouble with like temperatures doing that, like if my CPU temps go up, because that's the danger of having the liquid cooler as your exhaust. You run the danger of it, end up heating up your CPU more. But I'm hoping that these back ones now bringing air this way, I'm hoping that will bring cooler air at least to this side of the CPU's cooler. So it shouldn't be too crazy, you know. Should help it a lot. The other thing is some of these I'm going to use on that thing. So let me see, is this loose? Yeah, this is loose. So for example, this kind of a deal. This is what I'm gonna put on this. So go ahead and riot, everybody get mad, it's cool. But I'm gonna do that. You know what, actually I'll do some tests before I do that, right? We'll put it in clean. So the first install that I show, which I'm hoping to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to do an unboxing for the power supply that I'm going to use in this system. I got another power supply that hopefully will handle this beast quite well. So that will be tomorrow. And if I could just quickly unbox that power supply, you know, just a quick one, kind of like the phone unboxings yesterday, to be a quick and dirty, quick and easy, no frills unboxing. And then hopefully I can fucking start putting it together. Well, actually, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. Yeah, we might do it on Monday. Yeah, maybe Monday. So let's set it that it will probably be Monday. And no promises for tomorrow. If I show up tomorrow, then surprise, surprise, whoopee. But we'll set the idea of installing this on Monday. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, gonna have a lot of these after I do the install, you know, and show everybody, yay, look, it's in there. Then I'll probably do some testing, see what temperatures it's at, etc. And then I will change, or I'll add a bunch of those cooling situations. We'll see what happens. I do have a Discord server. Yeah, on Twitch. If you go to Twitch, you can see it in my about somewhere. Well, no, actually, there's two ways to do it: on my Twitch or my Linktree link. So, on YouTube, I think. Let's just go to Twitch. It's safer. So go to Twitch, and on my about page, on my profile, you can find somewhere on there like a Discord image, and that is how you get joined into the Discord server. So it's like a Jonesy Dude, what is it called? Peeps and Dudes place. So that's my Discord server. Had is create small holes in GPU casing so it'll flow better. Yeah, as long as you're careful, you know, I wouldn't necessarily do it with the PCB, though obviously if you know what you're doing, and as long as you're not hitting traces, and you know exactly how that board is laid out inside and out, then yes, you can cut up PCB boards, right? I wouldn't recommend it because one, most of us don't know the entire trace layout of any given PCB board. But still, you know, you can do things. And then definitely with the frame or the you know, the cooling apparatus, you can modify those probably, you know, mostly to your heart's content. And if you do it well, you'll have better cooling, and if you don't do it well, then the worst case, you'll just have worse cooling, you know, and run hot. But man, I'm so excited. Super cool. This is where it's going. This is its home over here. Home sweet home right there. Be putting it in there. Most likely Monday, but I might surprise everybody and do it tomorrow if I'm too eager. Alright, fam, that is going to be it for today. I will potentially cut a piece of this stream off just to have the unboxing its own video. Or maybe I'll actually edit this stream down to just be the unboxing. I might do that, actually, like cut out the front part. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll just like cut that front way up, and then we'll end up with a much more, you know, locked in, concise unboxing stream / VOD video after the fact. But thanks everyone for coming by, appreciate it. Notice we did have, you know, a few lurkers. Appreciate all of you, no matter where you're at on the internet. And no matter you chat or you just watch or you know, come and go back and forth, this and that, appreciate it very much. Like I said, if you're interested in seeing the install of this Founders Edition 5090 and me, you know, fighting with that EVGA case to try to flip some fans, see if I can get some interesting airflow going over all of the components. Also a power supply. I have the AceRock 1650T, so the 1650 watt titanium power supply by AceRock. I still have that to unbox. That will be coming up, like I said, most likely Monday, but I could go live tomorrow if I get the itch, because, you know, I'm very pumped. I'm very excited about this. I've been trying to get one of these for a long time and just finally was able to get one. So I might start tomorrow. So, you know, go ahead and subscribe, follow, bell icon, notification icon. You know, that way you know that I'm going live. Check me out on Twitter, whatever. I don't fucking know what to say. It's just Jonesy Dude everywhere. Usually, you know, if you just go to my Twitch profile and about, most of the info you're looking for will be there. So I have the, you know, the links to any of my social or Discord stuff, you know, my Discord server, you know, and then, you know, make sure you turn on notifications on Twitch, see if that helps you out. And then you can witness the brutality and the horrible monstrosity I'm about to create out of this. Think you should make how to assemble PC or fig. Yeah, I should. That's a good suggestion, Natural. I've done a lot of, like, if you look at my YouTube stuff, man, I have a ton of builds. And I have them, like, piece by piece almost. Like, if you go to my playlist, I have a streaming rig that I put together. I have a gaming rig that I put together. And then I have multiple other rigs. So if you're like interested in, you know, laughing at, you know, old Jonesy, haha, why'd he do that? That was dumb, whatever, you know. Hey, have your fill, man. There's plenty of those videos. I think some are on my Twitch, but Twitch is generally my live stream platform, headquarters. And then I do, you know, do Rumble and Kick and stuff like that as well. But I'm new to those, so I'm just trying to warm up and, you know, get started on those. And then YouTube, obviously, I do live stream, but it's the home for more of, you know, just what you expect from YouTube, like stuff that's kind of chopped up or whatever, kind of lightly edited sometimes edited a lot. You can find all that on the YouTube. Fans that pull in air. That is wrong. Always cold. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Don't know the name. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of stuff like that, so I believe you. I just, you know, I don't know what it's called either. But, oh yes, people, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out, Natural. Thanks for coming by, May, Swiss, Ginger. I don't know if you physically showed up to the stream or if, you know, again, we were just, you know, having the use of your, we were using your account. You were helping us with the alerts and modding things, so I appreciate that. But thank you so much. Thanks for those bits, Swiss. Oh, Kiwi, thank you. I'm so sorry, I should have mentioned, but thank you for showing up as well. We had two naturals today. We had a natural tuber and we had a natural twitcher. So thank you to both sides of natural. Thank you for coming out. And like I said, have alerts on because I'm not sure about tomorrow. I might. But if not tomorrow, then Monday is the day. Alright, later everybody. See you, Natural. Ciao. Well, actually, one last thing. So it's the power supply, and I have one more surprise if it shows up to unbox. But right now, the only definite is a power supply. Alright, that's it. Ciao for now. See you next stream.